I failed. But failing in front of your kids, that might actually be the best gift you can give them. Let me tell you why and how I learned this the hard way. I'm Amy, and welcome back to This Japanese American Life, where we share stories about culture, family, food, and the moments that shape us. And today we're talking about something we don't talk about enough, and that is failure. So, just to back up, for almost 20 years, you might not know that my day job is in finance and auditing. And earlier this year, I decided on kind of a whim to go for my CIA certification, that is Certified Internal Auditor, not the spy agency, as you might think. Now, I've never felt like one that needed extra letters after my name, but my new work was offering a bonus. Plus, it is an emphasis for people to get it. So I thought, you know what? I know a lot of this stuff. Why not? I'll study a little bit, knock one exam out a quarter, and by the end of the year, I can get this certification. I felt pretty confident about that. Plus, work would pay for it. So why not, right? And I thought, oh, with that money, I'm going to create my little free library and I'm going to invest it in these other things that I'm really passionate about. So that is what I thought. Okay, so I signed up at the end of March and took my first exam in April. And then I realized, oh, all exams are going to be revamped and changed at the end of May. I had seen glimpses of that there were going to be big changes in May, but I didn't quite think about all the different implications of that. And so my timing was not great, but I said, you know what? I can do this. I can take all three tests by May 28th. I believe that I can do it with a little extra studying, just kind of condensed. So this is 2 months, friends. End of March to end of May, I was going to do this thing. Did I overestimate myself or underestimate the test? Potentially. But here is how it went down, okay? My family was amazing. They cheered me on if I needed time to study and give me the space. They were fantastic. They made me laugh when I told them, especially for the third test, because the first two tests I passed pretty fine. Like I studied a little bit more for two, but the first two were pretty good. The third one I was a little hesitant about. It had a lot of IT terminology, and I am not an information technology person. Okay, so there were so many technical things that I was really worried about it. And I was using a study software where you have to get to a certain percentage where they say you are now ready for a test, right? Otherwise, they don't recommend you take it yet because you're not prepared or you can't prove that you know these things. But as I was trying to get to the number, which was 85%, I told my family I kept getting dumber because I would get questions wrong. And so it would subtract percentages or points, right? So they kept encouraging slash making me giggle by saying you're going the wrong way or mama you didn't get to your goal percentage because I'm a numbers person, right? I had these goals of okay, if I can get to this percentage by this time, I can show you the spreadsheet. This is my spreadsheet, okay? I had these goals lined up, and I guess the numbers that you're seeing are actuals, which I changed it up. So you didn't see my initial goal plan, but it didn't go as planned, as you can imagine, for test three. So I was going back some days, and my kids were like, Mom, how are you going to get to the thing? It was so sweet for them to see my goals, encourage me in my goals, and when I wasn't doing well and I needed that extra time, they were so good about like giving me the space, giving me the time, and I knew they wanted to play with me. I knew they wanted my time for things, but they were so patient and encouraging, and they even did some of the test questions with me. Not that they knew the questions, but they were just picking A, B, C, or D and things like that. So they came along on the journey with me. But come test day, right? They wished me luck. They went to school. I went to work. I went to go take my exam. But I had to text them because you find out immediately after. I had to text them and say I failed. I texted my husband because my kids don't have phones. But then I came home and I was a little down, but my mind had also shifted to okay, what do I need to do? Because I don't want to be down for too long. But I came home and I opened the garage and they had tracked me and they were waiting to give me a hug and they said, Mama, it's okay. You can get it next time. It was so sweet. It was so sweet. I got hugs all around. They just knew, and it warmed my heart that I am raising these children that are empathetic, compassionate, and know that sometimes they just need to be there and be present. They don't need to give all these solutions of, oh, then maybe you can study this, or maybe you can do this or that. I just needed someone to give me a hug and sit with me and say, it's okay, you got this next time. Like, take your time. Now you can just wait a little bit because you have 3 years to complete this thing. I did not have to do it in 2 months. It's just something that I put on myself, right? Overachiever, what can I say? Although I didn't achieve it, so whatever. But I will. Don't worry, I will. All that to say, I realized that texting them and seeing how they responded, it hit me hard in the best way because I realized this is exactly what I want them to see. It's not the perfection that they need to see. It's not the easy wins that they need to see, but effort, vulnerability, and the courage to keep trying because that is how you build resilience. And our kids see everything and soak it in, right? We talk to our kids about resilience. We tell them to try their best. We tell them about how failure is a step in learning, that it is how we learn and it is all okay. Mistakes are okay. But a lot of times our words or our actions or our reactions do not meet what we tell them. But when they see us fail and they see that we need to get back up and how we step back into these things, that is when the lesson sticks. Failing really isn't something we need to hide, even though we are so quick to be ashamed about failures and hiding those things. And social media is all about the highlights and all that stuff, right? We want to put our best face forward because we don't want people to see our weaknesses. We don't want to be vulnerable. But this is something that we need to model, that it is okay. It is okay to be disappointed. It is okay to sit in those feelings for a little bit and let it soak in. But then we come back and then we learn from it. And then we figure out, okay, where do I go from here? This is not the end. This is not the end of the world. Because real success isn't about always winning right away. It's about showing up. It's about doing the hard things and being okay with imperfection. So if you have failed recently, big or small, I want to say I'm proud of you because that means you tried. And it might sound cliche, but the only way to fail is to never try. It's so true. So I'd love to hear whether you're studying for something or trying to make a new friend or starting a new job, parenting through tough moments, or just trying to get better than yesterday. You are doing it, friends, and tell us how you failed today, this week, this month, and what did you learn from it? Because trust me, your success stories are coming and it is going to be built on those failures and those mistakes that you made. And I cannot wait to celebrate with you. And I hope that you'll celebrate with me because I will absolutely be back when I pass test 3, when I figure out when that is going to be. I have a summit that I am planning. I have stuff that I am planning through September. And they have all these other goals and hopes for the end of the year that I have not shared yet, but it includes writing a book, potentially a kid's book. That is a dream. So I want to do like a first draft. I guess I'm already sharing it because I also talked to several different people, right? And said, I got to put my dreams out there. And if I share it with all of you, you're going to keep me accountable. But I want to write a book about the magic in the kitchen. It's going to be a children's book. It is a dream. And I'm also going to have a little free library. But anyway, I'm putting it out there because these are the building blocks. And when we can show each other vulnerability and encourage each other, that's where the magic happens. And that's the community I'm trying to build here. If that is the type of community and content and stuff that encourages you, hit that subscribe button. And for all other fun, mom encouraging type things, head here. I'll see you in the next video. Matane.